Slacktail Squad, assemble.
Probably get free potato chips. Yeah, you probably get a free school lunch too, don't you?
Yeah, free stale potato
Free stale
chips.
potato chips.
Deliciousness. Probably get the square pizza.
They don't do those anymore.
Served
What?
up by the lunch lady
Wearing
or
her hair
lunch
net.
person. Lunch person.
Why does
We
every
don't wanna be
lunch lady have
discriminatory.
red hair? Why does every lunch lady have red hair?
They don't.
They
Our
do.
lunch lady-
Every lunch
Our
lady
lunch
has red
lady
hair.
didn't have red hair.
And they have a mole. Everybody has a mole.
A hairy mole.
A hairy
A
mole.
hairy
huh?
mole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway,
And a tattoo.
right. Of what? Tattoo of what? Something like Leonard Skinnerd.
Leonard Skinner.
Got a Leonard Skinner tattoo. All right. Well, this is the Slaptail Squad, and I am the Beaveman. And if you're listening to this, you're a member of the Great Slaptail Nation, and we're so glad that you're here. It's a great evening here in Michigan. It's a little bit cold, but the snow is melting, and that's pretty cool. And as we start off, let me say that our thoughts are with the people of Ukraine. You have seriously been kicking the tush of the Russians. I do not condone war because that means people have to die. But we're with you, or I'm with you. I still don't think that we should send troops, though. I'm just gonna say that.
I agree.
Also with us is my number 2. He's in the tent. The Rons.
Hey, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're at. B-Man, Swan, and Sexual Chocolate. How are you?
Why? Okay.
What?
It's my thing. Why are you?
He wants to introduce everyone now.
Why are you doing that?
I just said good
Did
morning.
that throw
and
you off
everything.
because I didn't say I was the master of the universe? Did that throw you off?
No, I was
Because
just
I'm the master of
introducing
the- I'm the
myself
master of the
and
universe.
acknowledging
Yeah,
the
but why are
others
you
in the room.
acknowledging? But why are you acknowledging the people in the room? Why is
Oh,
that?
I'm sorry. So the
Just
other
like
two
that
just
last
don't matter.
podcast. Just like the last podcast where when we talked about video games and Ron's talked nonstop the entire podcast. I was just sitting here, going,
Even though he's not a gamer.
even though he's not a gamer.
You're right.
He doesn't play video games, but he
knows-
knew
yeah, he
way
seems to know
more
a
than
lot.
anyone else.
Exactly.
boy.
That's the way it is.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Well, also with us, thanks, Rons, is the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Great.
That's it.
Yeah. And also with us, looking sharp, looking professional, highlights in his hair, our very own special chocolate, our own personal pudding pop, Tramade.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Good evening, Swan.
Good evening.
So I
Ron?
have a
Or good
question.
morning to Ron.
Ron's?
Yeah.
Rons,
Yes.
good evening.
It's
Good
good
evening.
morning to Ron's because
Good morning,
he works night shift.
Yes.
What
I
was your
do.
question, Rons? Please go ahead.
So I just heard about this new type of potato chip called it's got a burnt flavor potato chip. Have any of you tried that?
A burnt flavor? Why
It's a
would you
joke.
want your potato
It's
chip
a joke.
burnt?
Please,
Is it?
Please explain this. Please, no. What is
No.
it called?
I just heard about it and I didn't know. I didn't do any research, but because
Research, Google, potato chips.
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything about this, but
Ron's like everybody else in America who thinks they know something about COVID, likes to throw the word research around.
So where did you hear about this potato chip?
I was on the radio. It was on the radio. I was driving home today. And I figured because Tramade works with kids and we threw out they get free potato chips, I figured he had tried them. So
Why,
that was my
if it's a new type of potato chip, why would they have it in school?
well,
They
And who wants
test
a burnt-
products on
who wants-
children.
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
Who wants a burnt potato chip? I don't want. I
No
don't
one.
want
I
a
don't want
burnt
a
flavored
burnt potato chip. Some
I
people
do.
like
I do
burnt
miss potato
toast.
chips.
You know,
I do miss potato chips though. Sometimes like salt and vinegar potato chips. I miss them.
Oh.
Like the kettle. Oh, yeah.
Those are my
Those
favorite.
are my favorite. Yeah,
Or
mine too.
the big Fritos corn chips, the big ones that you can
The
like
scoops?
the scoops,
Yeah.
or Cheetos, crunchy type Cheetos.
No Cheetos.
I didn't fucking ask you. I
Unless
was
they're
saying what I
flaming
was
hot
missing.
flaming hot Cheetos, and then I eat them wearing gloves because I don't want my fingers to get all red or orange.
My
or whatever.
cousin puts she eats it in the bag and she puts lime on it
Mm.
and like hot sauce, and that's how she eats them.
Yeah.
With a spoon.
It's always
No,
funny.
you've seen her. She doesn't eat it. She sticks her
No,
finger
you're
right in there and
Yeah,
eats them.
she does.
It's so funny. Like hot Cheetos is like something that most kids eat at school, and so students are always asking for other students hot Cheetos. Unlike you, Amethyst, they eat with their hands and they fingers get red, and then what do? They lick them, and then somebody asks for some chips, and what do? They reach their hand in the bag and then give.
And then the next thing you know, the following week, these kids are all going to the doctor with complaints of orange penises and vaginas.
No, it's kind of like the Dojo M&Ms. Next thing you know, it's Dojo M&Ms. Impetigo, boogers, fingernails.
You know, when I worked at a facility where we had the migrant children, or what do they call them, immigrant children or whatever, who were, fleeing war-torn areas or gangland areas coming to the border, and we would take care of them. We had a really big budget, and for some reason they kept buying Takis. And I don't know, and the kids could have as many snacks as they wanted. So most of these kids don't get a lot of food. So they're always snacking. And then they would call our office and like, hey, can you come see this kid? He has a tummy ache. So I saw kids all the time with tummy aches, and I was like, what'd you have for lunch? And every time it was, they had Takis for snacks. And so we just started calling it Taki tummy. Like these kids they all have Taki tummy. It was always the culprit. Yeah, but they have a lot of spice on them.
Yeah, they do.
And they're pretty heavy in MSG and all that other fun stuff. So
they're gonna burn your rectum.
Yeah, they're delicious. But
they're gonna burn your rectum.
Yeah,
that's bad.
I think they have way too much vinegar in them.
Takis?
Takis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You might be right. They do have
they
kind of have a vinegary taste.
The boy,
they're delicious though.
RJ loves spicy stuff, and we have to try out new things. And I don't know, for some reason, the hot stuff that I like just has way too much vinegar. I don't know why they do that, but it's not.
Oh, that's a sign of cancer. It's actually not vinegar. It's if you keep tasting vinegar, if you have a vinegar taste when you eat something spicy, that's actually a sign of esophageal cancer.
I don't think I have esophageal or isosceles triangle.
Not
whatever. I'm sorry. I just
isosceles triangle.
Okay,
yeah,
Ron,
I don't think I have that.
Ron, what makes you think you don't have it?
Oh, that's an interesting question, Sexual Chocolate. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I couldn't tell you.
There could, if you eat a lot of spicy things, you make your esophagus more at risk for erosion or breaking down of its lining, which makes you more
change, which
risk
makes you have
of cancer. Yeah.
So I think people should just not eat then, and they won't get cancer.
I don't think that's
a good
solution.
rationale. That's a good rationale right there.
Or we can just go to the doctor and get checked and make sure that we're okay.
But in Ron's defense, if you want to kill the cancer, you just stop eating.
Yeah, because then it won't die. Then it will die. It will just starve to death.
It will die.
Oh boy!
Is that
Norm Macdonald?
Is that how that works?
Norm Macdonald did a whole bit. Yeah, Norm Macdonald did a whole bit about that. He was talking about how like his uncle died. He said, "Yeah, my uncle." Everybody's like, "Oh, sorry, your uncle lost his battle with cancer," and he's like, "Well, not really. There's no more cancer. My uncle's dead, so he didn't lose the battle, if I'm correct, because there's no cancer either. So he won that battle. There's no more cancer. It's technically true.
True.
Yeah.
So he did not lose the battle. He won. It's not like cancer went on.
You probably want to get it checked, Ron, or you're going to be eaten through a tube, like put into your belly, straight up, just bypass the esophagus.
Not that I eat hot stuff, but you don't think I can taste the difference between too much vinegar and not too much vinegar? You don't think my palate's good enough that I have to, every time I eat something, I have to get checked for cancer?
Well, you said you're tasting vinegar and everything. So.
No, I said I'm tasting vinegar in a lot of
thing. You're like, oh, it just seems like there's too much vinegar.
Yeah,
like, what if there's no vinegar in it at all?
Well, then there we go.
And why are you tasting vinegar if it doesn't contain vinegar?
Well, I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
Well, then just do it.
Most hot sauce has.
If you would agree, don't just say you would agree with me. Just agree with me.
And he wasn't listening because what you said is if you eat too much spicy stuff and you taste vinegar, then.
But
and
vinegar is a main component in a lot of spicy stuff.
First of all, that was a lie. That's not true.
I'm aware. But just going with the fact that Ron wasn't listening and was just making a blanket statement. Anyway, so
that's all right.
Anyway, okay.
Well, I thought it would be fun do you guys do this? Do you write down stuff that you want to talk about or just stray thoughts that you find funny to talk about on the podcast? First of all, yes. Think before you answer that question. Thank you, Rons. Way to think before you answer that question.
I have a notes tab that I write things down. Like if I think of ideas that I think we should talk about, or if I think something's funny, I write it down, but then you just clarify that it's not funny. So yes.
Tremonde?
Sometimes I do. I type them out in that. I have like a running document where we did with the president debate.
Okay.
I'd have that.
Excellent.
So I just like.
Well, I'm glad that you guys actually do that. Do you ever develop your ideas that you see?
Only when you require us to.
Well, you don't have to.
I agree with.
You don't have to answer how you expect me to say it.
I agree with this one because every time we have an idea, you're like,
no,
nope,
that's not what we're talking about.
No,
that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's not what I was talking about. What I asked you was, do you ever develop your idea or your few words that you write down just for fun to see where they go? Do you do that?
Yeah, I do.
It's not about me. It's not another attempt for you to bash on me and say that I don't let you develop your ideas.
Stifle his creativity. Don't stifle his creativity.
No, I do occasionally.
I don't necessarily do it for the podcast, but I do it sometimes randomly, but not to the extent that your brain does. No.
Okay, why do we care if you do it for something other than the podcast?
I don't know.
What, you just felt like bringing that up?
Yeah, I was just bringing it up.
It was your moment to speak?
Yes.
All right, well, I thought that I would read some of the stuff that I write down that I haven't developed yet that you guys might find interesting, and we'll just see how it goes. Not sure how spell check came up with foghorn when I was typing fighting. Wow, you guys don't even see anything. Okay. How about this one? Am is rocking a scarf, adding 30 years to her age, and I'm sporting a cartoony King of Wakanda shirt.
I remember that day. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I'm wearing a King of Wakanda shirt. You're wearing an old lady scarf. Every time she walked into the room, I would go, "Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mary Tyler Moore," or I'd say something like that. Some sort of old lady name.
Okay, so I'm going to ask our resident fashion expert, Tremonde.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dress scarf, like a silk scarf with a plain shirt under it, like a paisley colored print. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. He told me I looked like a 60-year-old woman. I thought it looked nice.
And who gave you this scarf?
My 59-year-old friend who made it for me.
Who tends to wear those type of scarves?
Lots of people, actually. Aren't they in trend, Tremonde?
They are. Now, unless she ties it over her head like a bonnet, then it's like...
Yeah, see?
Do you know why women wear those scarves?
Enlighten us.
Because they're covering up their turkey necks.
No, that's not true because it doesn't even go on your neck. It makes
it detracts from your turkey neck. Anything like that is meant to detract from that turkey neck.
No, that's not it at all.
Your little warble that's hanging out.
Have you noticed?
Absolutely
No. Have you noticed the way Tremonde just placed his wrist underneath his chin?
He's like, I'm gonna hide my turkey gobble. No, he's just sitting there looking deep in thought. But no, I will wear one for the next podcast so you can see what I'm talking about. She gave me 3 of them. She made them and they're very pretty. And they look nice with like a plain shirt. Yeah. So, anyway.
So you're trying to look like that and I'm wearing a King of Wakanda shirt.
Well, I can't help it that you're a child.
A little Black Panther.
You want to dress like a toddler. You want to dress like a toddler.
You know, Swan, I came to that same conclusion. Here you are trying to looked and act your age with a scarf, possibly 60.
Not my age, but
look
I just
and
wanted
act
to
your
look
age.
dressed up and mature,
Professional.
and yeah, like it's business casual look.
Oh.
And he wanted to wear his Oshkosh overalls.
Striped right shoes.
Yeah, something.
I think you look like an old lady.
Okay. Huh?
And I just feel like when people see you and me together, they're like, "Look at that dude. That dude's pretty sweet. What's with the old lady? What's with the old lady he's hanging out with?"
Yeah. I'm sure that's how.
Pretty sure that's what happens.
So it's kind of. I feel like if you're dressing as a woman, it's hard to dress. Like, okay, you wear a printed shirt, like flower print. You're like, that's an old lady shirt. Okay, you wear stripes. You're like, yeah, that's ugly. Like, what do you wear then? You want me to wear Mickey Mouse T-shirts or
Those
what?
are cool.
I mean,
Mickey Mouse T-shirts are cool.
I have tons of plain colored shirts. So what do you do to like make it look?
No, this is what you do.
Else?
You buy a shirt and you're like, huh, okay. I mean, this looks okay. Let me buy 4 of the same print in different colors.
Yeah, because I like the way that shirt fits.
It's ugly as fuck.
Okay.
No offense. Well, actually, I probably do mean some offense by that, but that's okay.
Okay.
I can't help it if the fashion police are going to come and pick you up. I can't help that. There's nothing I can do about that.
Anyway.
I know this. I know this, that... never mind.
What now?
I'll just go on to the next thought.
Okay, go on to the next thought.
Why Crocs? Why? Why Crocs?
They're actually pretty comfortable. Like, I have some on my feet literally right now.
He has some too. He has the fuzzy fur lined Crocs.
Same.
Whoa.
They're really
the only thing I don't like about Crocs, right, is people wear them.
People do that. It's true. That
well,
is
hold
what
on.
they
They wear them either until their soles are wearing down, and then they walk on surfaces that can't handle it because they don't grip, or they wear them in a factory.
Yeah, that's probably not according to your dress code allowed. So that's gross. Like, not appropriate for that kind of work.
Well, once again, I work in an environment where a lot of the stuff is heavy, and I see people with Crocs, and I'm like, that's not going to protect your foot if something falls on it.
Well, that's on them for being a dumb fuck. Yeah.
No, that's on your work, though.
Doesn't your work have a dress code? Like, you need to wear steel-toed shoes or rubber-soled shoes or whatever, certain attire?
You don't have to wear steel-toed shoes.
Well, whatever attire. I'm pretty sure Crocs is not on it. Like, my dress code for my job, Crocs is not on it. Like, it says specifically you have to have
They make medical Crocs. Why wouldn't Crocs be on? Crocs is a brand.
Crocs is not on our, like, you can't wear that.
They make medical Crocs.
As long as they're closed-toed, yeah, like
right. They make those. Yeah, well, I've known doctors who had pairs of them.
You're right. Crocs brand.
I know I'm right.
But so you can't. But you cannot wear wholly open-toed, blah blah blah, sling back type shoes and do your job.
Okay. And then
like it's against your dress code. Yeah. I'm just saying. So his work probably has the same thing that says you must wear clothes.
Well, clearly not. He just said they're wearing them.
Well, or those people are just violating their dress code, and nobody's getting them in trouble for it.
You should tell them, Ron.
Yeah, Ron's.
Yeah, tattle.
You do your thing. Aren't you? Safety, Ron's. Safety.
Yeah, OSHA violation.
I don't know if they're an OSHA violation. I don't even know if they're in violation. I just know that I wouldn't wear them.
Well, then don't worry about what others do.
Yeah, don't worry about what people do. If you don't know, what are you worried about?
Yeah, if you don't know, then
you care?
Just worry about Ron's then. Worry about Ron's then.
No, here's what I was thinking was funny is about the whole Y Crocs thing is I agree that they're comfortable and I have them for wearing around outdoors here around here just to quickly put them on and take the dog out or whatever. And but I was laughing because we go to my daughter's basketball games and the boys will run across the floor like on the sides and they'll do flips and they're all wearing Crocs. I'm like, how are they doing flips wearing Crocs? That seems like the most ridiculous. I'm just waiting for them to fly off or for them to lose their footing. It's just the funniest shit that I've seen. That's why I said why Crocs. Like, why Crocs? Why are you doing that? It's funny. It's amusing.
It's all fun.
Not the shoe that I would pick. Not the shoe that I would personally pick to do flips.
No.
Yeah, you
All
can't
right, hear
do
me
combat
out.
in those.
For sure not. I don't wear them beyond the house. I don't wear them. I don't leave anywhere because yes, you're right, Tremonti. You have to think about that. Can't do combat in Crocs.
No.
Yep.
No hand-to-hand combat in Crocs. It's not going to happen. No way you're going to run away from zombies in Crocs.
You might.
No, probably not.
No.
I mean, it's better than zero footing, but no.
And honestly, you can fight in Crocs if you had to. I'm pretty sure the Beaveman can.
I'd rather take my shoe off and kick you than kick you with a Croc. Like, let me kick you with this padded. I mean, it's still going to hurt, but it's nice and padded for you.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay. Here's one I wrote down. The self-adjusting cock sock. Hear me out. Okay.
The what?
The self-adjusting cock sock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you said hear me out. I was going to think that's a fleshlight.
No. Why would you? I think you think about that particular object very often. You bring it up. I don't know how many times you've brought that up.
A lot.
You and Tremonti have brought up the fleshlight, like I'm saying, at least 6 times.
I don't remember.
How is a cock sock the same thing as a fleshlight?
Well, explain the concept behind the cock sock.
Well, that's why I said hear me out.
And I did. You paused, and I thought that was it. So I'm hearing you out.
The self-adjusting cock sock. All right. Let's say that you're like Tremonti and you don't like to wear underwear. But as we all know, after you go to the bathroom, you're going to have a couple drops of urine. Now, Tremonti, do you want that urine on your nice pants?
No.
Or would you prefer the self-adjusting cock sock? So you take the self-adjusting cock sock, you slip it on your cock, and throughout the day, as the penis gets longer and shorter, the cock sock adjusts for your particular dimensions throughout the day, and it absorbs that little drop of urine.
So how does it stay attached? It's like got like
it's
a
called
little
string.
Elastic around
it's got
it.
Like a little string action. No. No, it pulls up from the sides and you hook it behind you. So it's got its own like little waisty thing.
So it's like a thong for a cock?
It doesn't go up to
I know,
ass.
but I'm just saying, so you just kind of strap it around. So you still have to wear it around your waist like underwear?
It's in production. I mean, it's a concept, Swan.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't have all the details worked out.
I guess it could be like mitten clips from when you were like a kid and you had like those little clip-on mittens.
Oh, like the things that Ron still has during the wintertime?
Hey, those work. Those work. I will not deny that. Those work.
You'll never lose your gloves. So then in that case, I guess technically you would still be free-balling because your
that's right.
testicles will still be free.
Yeah, it's not the cock and ball sock. It's the cock sock. The cock and ball sock doesn't sound right anyway. The cock sock sounds better.
So then, man,
you could have the cock sock and ball sling, I guess, but I'm just going with the cock sock.
I thought you were going with this in an entirely different direction. I'm wrong. So,
and what direction did you think I was going in that?
I thought you were going into the fleshlight area. And once again, because you paused, and
it's a sock. It's a garment. It's clearly a garment.
Well, it can also be, you don't want to infringe on someone's working concept. So I don't know what to say at this point because the concepts I have when you mention that, it's like,
so that invention that you're talking about is already made. So why would he want to make a new one of it?
An improved version. I mean, they're always improving products. So, that's why you have 2.0, 2.1, 3.0 versions of everything.
Oh, Ron.
No cocksock 2.0.
So I can see how Ron may have gotten there, especially like it's often like joked about like guys like when they masturbate like nutting in a sock, like they have a
that's called the happy sock.
See, so you just have this whole line of socks.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. It's called the happy sock. See, you were never in the military, Tremonti. You don't realize that these terms already exist.
Yeah, I don't. There's a brand called Happy Socks. It's actually one of my favorite brands. They're actually right here.
Well, there you go. I wonder where they got. I bet that company was started by somebody in the military.
Interesting. So maybe he thought like people. You put your thingy in, then you.
What is your thing?
You don't have to call it a thingy. We're all adults here. You can call it the penis or
there might
the
be
cock.
Children listening.
If children are listening, their parents are bad parents.
You are very bad parents.
Yeah, think about it. The Beaveman may dress like a toddler, and the Swan may dress like an older person, but this is still an adult podcast.
Profound thought process from the Rons. Okay, so if there's any entrepreneurs out there or design engineers of undergarments, you should definitely contact me and come up with some concepts for the cock sock. I think it could be big. I think it could be big or little or in between.
Or whatever size you need.
Because it's self-adjusting.
Yeah. So would you then change it throughout the day? Because if it got dribble on it.
Do you change your underwear throughout the day?
No, but I don't pee on myself.
Who said anything about peeing on themselves? You don't have any urine that escapes whatsoever. You're completely dry.
That's what toilet paper is.
You are totally dry.
Yes, completely dry. Dried up, shriveled. Yeah.
You are pretty dry down there.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess you're probably not creating any moisture.
Nope.
And then you do get, sweat between the penis and the balls too. So this would have a nice little wicking thing. No, you don't have to change it multiple times throughout the day. Okay, so I'm not talking about somebody who's incontinent, Swan.
Well, I mean, I guess that could be a line of cocksock too. You could have the extra absorbent.
Yeah, and are you going to have different what is it? Like baking soda or some sort of
So we're baking bread and you're freaking
No, I guess it's sort of like, with the tampons out there for the women, they have, different scented tampons. So
No.
In general rule, you should not have
scented
perfume
things in your vagina. No,
you shouldn't.
No scented.
You should not.
Okay. So for that fresh feeling, I guess.
No.
So you want a baking soda lined cocksock?
Won't be so fresh.
I mean,
he's on board now. So just go with it.
Roz, if you really want baking soda when the concept comes out and we've got the prototype, if you want to dump baking soda in your cocksock, I mean, go ahead.
It's more or less like baby powder smell.
So powdered sugar, like for in case little powdered donut needs to brush up on her skill stuff there. No.
So now you want baby powder. Now you want baby powder in your cocksock.
Well,
the mere fact that you just said you want it to smell like baby powder, that makes me, I don't know.
Well, no,
a penis should never smell like baby powder unless you're a baby. And then you shouldn't be smelling their penis.
That is a warp concept.
Should be no smelling of the penis.
Jump. That's a warp jump.
I'm just telling you what you said.
No, I did not say that. That's completely different. But
no man.
However, are you going to have different colors?
No man should be able. It's a sock. Sure. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
It's a sock, dude. We're talking some serious style here.
Okay. And
I mean, you
said it's going to be expandable.
It's self-adjusting.
Self-adjusting.
Right. So how would you work the self-adjusting on that?
He's not the manufacturer.
But I can give you a concept of how that would work, Swan, if you would shut the fuck up.
Okay.
This is like an R&D.
I was trying to defend you, so okay.
It's going to be small in the first place. It expands to get bigger as you push yourself into it. And so it already has a small size. And so as you get softer or as your size changes, it's just going to shrink down anyway. It doesn't have to have some sort of robotic mechanism in it.
I mean, kind of like regular socks do. I mean, your foot, when they start out, they're
your socks all of a sudden shrink.
No, but they don't keep stretching. Like you put your foot in there, and
so you're saying it's going to have some sort of elastic membrane to it.
I don't know yet. It's a concept. It's not real. It's something that I'm throwing out there.
It's
something that I wrote down.
imagination.
It's something that I wrote down and said, the self-adjusting cocksock, hear me out. Remember how I set this all up and I said, you know how I write stuff down? And I'm going to read you guys some of the stuff that I write down.
Yes.
Like it was just moments ago, yes.
Yes, well, you have to realize that I'm not writing any of this down to make a actual product runs. I'm writing them down as comedy of stuff that I might develop into a bit, not an actual product. Do I think I'm actually going to make the cocksock? No.
But someone's going to listen to our podcast and go, that's a great idea. I'm going to take
good
that.
on them. I've already come up with the idea, so if they take it and they steal it and they run with it and don't give me any money, then I'll be very pissed off. Maybe somebody's already got one. I don't know. I haven't done an internet search. I don't know.
Okay.
Ron's typing it in right now. Google.
No, I have some messages I just had to go over real quick.
So important.
What's
it like to be... Yeah, I just want to know, what's it like to be on call 24 hours a day for any type of emergency response in the area, Ron?
Excellent. It's awesome because I get to go around saying, I know the Beaveman.
None of that ever works when you do that, just so you know. Content-wise, listening to it, it never works when you do that stuff.
Okay,
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No one cares, right?
Nobody cares.
You're right.
Nobody cares.
You're absolutely right. No one does.
Ooh, Ron needs to go back to bed. He's a little grumpy.
I'm not. I'm agreeing with him. I mean...
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you want me to argue with the Beaveman even though he thinks he's right?
You can't argue
with a toddler.
Don't you wish your gay dad was hot like me?
Yeah, there you go.
Sing it. Don't you wish your gay dad was hot like me? Don't you wish your gay dad was a freak like me? Don't you? Yeah. You know why I wrote that down?
Why?
Because I was looking at pictures of this
of gay men on the internet.
No, of some people that we know.
Okay.
I didn't even have to say that. So you didn't even have to say that.
I know. Well, that's okay.
I was looking at pictures of this couple, this gay couple, and their child, and I was looking at them, and that song just popped in my head because I'm like, I'm way hotter than these two gay dads. So I was looking at that poor kid, and I was like, Don't you wish your gay dad was hot like me? So that song just popped in my head. I'm like, it's okay. He's not going to be a good looking kid when he grows up anyway. So I guess it's fine. It doesn't matter how good.
Look at the face on Shimande.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, the poor
to our listeners, if you could see the surprise look on Shimande, it is priceless.
I mean, you can tell. You can tell when kids are gonna not be. Are they? Poor kid.
How can you tell?
Because you can tell.
Yeah, you probably can't. I mean, honestly, you really can't because you were kind of an ugly kid. So
no, I wasn't. I was a cute kid. Anyway.
I mean, when you try to look decent, you look good, but when you don't, it's just one of those things.
Oh, look
you have a headache? Is there a headache? You got a headache?
Yeah, I have a headache. I have a headache. Yes.
Tremande, Ron's,
yes.
little business talk. Are you guys excited now that we have someone to talk about products on the podcast about? Are you excited now?
Extremely.
Are you, Ron's?
Yeah. Yes.
Because you seem to be sending me some mixed messages when I broke this down to you.
Well, you broke it down to me.
You seemed embarrassed, Ron's.
I did not, but the way you broke it down to me, I had to contain myself, and I couldn't comment. I mean, it was at the...
Why? When you couldn't comment, you were surrounded by adults. Nobody heard what we were talking about, and if they did, they were being nosy.
Yeah, so I have to watch what I say out in public, or at least.
Well, wait a minute. I just want to make sure that I got this right. You have to watch what you say out in public.
You're
I
right.
just want to make sure that that's correct because you say some of the most cringy things I've ever heard in public, and that's you watching what you say. If that's the case, I really want you not to watch what you say. I just want to hear what will happen then.
Unleash it, Rons. Just unleash it. Unleash the Rons in the raw.
No, that's a bad idea. We definitely don't want him to unleash the Rons in the raw.
Why?
Think about what you said.
Fun. I know I did.
He can put on a cock sock.
Yeah.
I was excited. I really was.
You didn't look excited. You looked embarrassed. You held your head and you shook your head. Can you explain that reaction?
I've had a lot to deal with, and I'll talk to you off air. But right now, it just a lot of shit happened right during the week, and I'm trying to still process it. So when you came up, and I'm like, wow, okay. And I in the setting I was at, I didn't know how to react.
Okay, well, that's better than the actual reaction I got. That's a good excuse. Tremonde was excited. That's all I have to say.
Tremonde is doing backflips excited, aren't you? You're excited.
Backflips on a trampoline, because I can't just do them.
Well, we'll have the Swan put together some little goodie bags for you guys, so we'll have to get those to you. I will get mine to Ron's discreetly on Saturday if he's there.
In this,
I will also be
in this clear plastic bag.
Ron's, I will also be exhausted on Saturday when
Why is that?
I'm at the dojo. Because I have to work every Friday night. I have to work every Friday night shift for the month of March.
No. You're going to have a lot of coffee.
I try not to do that when I work overnight.
So when you work overnight, then you go to the dojo in the morning, and you'll be. Your class isn't that big, so you shouldn't have too hard of a time. You shouldn't be too exhausting.
My class isn't that big. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, because that means we're doing stuff the entire time. It's like now we're sitting around waiting to do stuff.
No, I understand what that means, but you don't have to think off the fly and keep like 20 kids entertained or keep them moving. So
is it interesting how no matter whatever I say, his life is always harder.
No, I didn't say it was harder.
You'll be okay. You don't have to think.
Maybe Ron's is a one-upper. He's secretly a one-upper.
I think we discussed this. Come on now.
I think you did.
We did?
So,
or you guys had that dream? Or you had that dream?
Yeah.
That dream where you are just really thirsty and you can't stop being thirsty? You guys ever had that dream?
No.
You've never had that dream? Oh my God, the dream is the worst. So in this dream, you start to get thirsty and you can get a source of water. And so usually what happens in my dream, I get a source of water and I have my head tilted back, my mouth open wide, and I'm just dumping water in my mouth, but I can't taste it. And I'm still thirsty. And so I just keep pouring water and water and water. And then I make sure that it's super cold water and I just keep dumping it in my mouth, but it never ever quenches my thirst. So I'm just super tired, super freaking thirsty the whole time. You guys haven't had that dream?
Nope.
No.
Oh, you guys are so fucking lucky.
Do you wake up and you're really thirsty?
Yeah.
Like in real life?
I don't wake up being thirsty. I wake up because I'm thirsty.
Oh. Okay.
There's a difference.
Now,
in other words, it's my brain telling me you are thirsty. Wake up and drink.
I guess
wake up.
I don't have the thirsty dream. I'm
not done telling.
Okay.
I was not done. I am not done telling you this.
Okay,
dream.
well, fine. Can I tell you about I have to go pee in my dreams? And then I wake up and I have to go pee. Like I was agreeing with you that I have that kind of dream.
That's not the dream I asked about.
Okay, well,
was that the dream that I asked about?
No, but I can relate to your dream.
You can't because you said you don't have that dream.
Not that specific.
Who's the one upper? Now you're what? Who's the one upper?
I want to be a one upper.
How about I have this dream about where I have to pee?
Yeah.
So do you?
I don't want you to tell I don't want you to tell the rest of the sequela of you having your dream.
Tell it.
Beaveman, do you go on dream interpretation sites and see what it could mean?
It means I'm thirsty. My body is telling me, my hypothalamus, my brain is saying, you are thirsty. Get up and drink. You are hypovolemic. You need fluids. That's what it's telling me. I don't have to go on a dream interpretation site to tell me that I'm extremely thirsty. That's why I wake up. It's the same reason why you have the pee dream, because you have to go pee. Anyway, so I wake up. And this is what happens. This is what really pisses me off. This happened the other night. I had that dream. I wake up. I go to the bathroom and immediately start drinking out of the bathroom faucet. Because for some reason, the bathroom faucet always has the coldest water.
It does. It's the best.
It just seems like it's the coldest water. But see, because I was so thirsty, I made that mistake where I just bent my head down and cupped my hand and drank the water. which you should never do. Because first of all, why? Well, this is why I should never do it. Every time I do that, because it's so aerated and because of the angle that you're drinking at, I always get hiccups.
Okay.
So I immediately get hiccups, and now I'm up for like a half an hour in the middle of the fucking night with the hiccups.
Yeah, and your hiccups are really loud.
And I don't even open my mouth like the swan does. She's all fucking disgusting. She just leaves her mouth open. It's fucking nasty. I close mine. You can't hear mine. It just rattles the whole bed. So being a nice person, I just get up and leave the room.
And then I spread out in the bed. Yay.
Dry. She spreads out dry. Anyway.
Yep.
So then I go in, I drink more water when I have hiccups to try to get rid of the hiccups, but immediately. Heartburn. Immediate. So now I've got heartburn, hiccups, and I'm still thirsty, and I have to drink a ton of water, which makes my heartburn worse, and I'm awake in the middle of the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, just waiting for the hiccups to go away, waiting for the heartburn to go away, because you shouldn't lie down really when you have heartburn. You really shouldn't. It's not that great. Boom. Sucky night. But the swan's all happy
get rid
now.
of that, and then you have to go pee because you drink all that water.
Dry. Oh, and the other thing that happens is, you know what does work for hiccups for me is drinking sugar water. But I can't do that because I do a keto diet, and that would knock me right out of ketosis. So I don't do that. So I just suffer. I just sit there and suffer. It's a hard life. But you guys are lucky if you don't have that dream. I have that dream. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Do you think that monk fruit water would work the same? I mean, you could try that next time. See if it works.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you could try it.
The answer to that question. Because most of the
just
stuff that quote works for hiccups is a myth anyway.
Well, you said it.
There's a medical condition, intractable hiccups, where some people never stop hiccuping, or they just hiccup for months at a time, weeks at a time, days at a time. And even the treatment that we have for it doesn't even work 100% of the time. Can you imagine hiccuping for years?
It would suck.
Yeah, it would suck. There's actually a clip on The Simpsons where they're, quote, interviewing the guy. And next up, this guy who's had hiccups for 20 some years or whatever. And the guy goes, hiccup, kill me. Hiccup, kill me. Hiccup, kill me. Please, kill me. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
I figured someone would try to scare him.
Good on you that you don't have that dream.
Yeah, we don't.
I figured if they've got hiccups, someone would try, the old-fashioned remedies of trying to scare them. Drink water, drink monk fruit, water, whatever. I wouldn't even know where to start how to cure something like that or prevent something like that.
Well, I mean, it just happens. But I wonder why does anybody, you immediately said that's one. Do you guys think that for some reason in your mind, the bathroom water is the coldest?
It tastes the best to me. Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if that has something to do with when you're drunk. I feel like I always felt that as a child too, though. I was like, it seems like the bathroom water.
You were drunk as a child?
Unless you put it in a cup. Once you put it in a cup, it's no longer cold.
No, it's not good.
Right. Were you drinking as a child?
Yeah, that's what I got from that statement.
No, he said I also thought of that as a child. So before he was drinking, so he
started drinking as a child.
He just debunked his own theory that the bathroom water has been good because he was drunk, because it was good before he started drinking as well.
Yeah. I don't really drink anymore either. I don't drink anymore.
No, not really.
No. It's not
very rare.
Yeah, it's rare. Okay, let me see my next little thing here. If I had superpowers but everything else stayed the same, I would still be sleepy. That makes sense. Oh, that's kind of funny. So even if I had superpowers and everything else and I was a totally awesome individual, I'd still be tired all the time. That's pathetic.
What would your superhero name be?
I mean, I think it would have something to do with whatever superpower I had. I feel like. All right, you got one? What's yours?
Well, I don't know, because I think it would be Narcoleptic Man. I'm like, I've saved the day. Now I'm just really tired and I need to sleep.
So embrace your narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Ron just wants you to embrace it. Go with it.
Wherever you are.
Somnolent man.
Super somnolence.
Something.
The sound of somnolence.
So what would your superpower be then?
He doesn't. Whatever superpower he's blessed with, he doesn't get to. Maybe he doesn't even get to choose. Why does he get to choose? Like, do you think Superman chose his power or any? No, he didn't.
Yeah, nobody chooses their superpower.
Yeah, it just Spider-Man. He chose his superpower. No, he didn't.
Superpower.
Superpower.
Okay, you said superpowder, and I'm like, well, okay.
She did, but it's not really necessary to worry
correct
about
my
that
English, to correct my stuttering problem. God, why are you bringing attention to it, Rons? Now I'm all embarrassed. Jeez.
You're a fucking dick.
I know.
God. Ron's power. Asshole.
I'm just saying that let's say that I was super awesome, like the Hulk, who's pretty much indestructible. He can't fly, but he can jump a long way, so he doesn't need to fly. All right. Let's say I was like the Hulk. I'd still be sleepy all the time. So yeah, I'd go save a bunch of people and I'd be like, oh, I need a fucking nap. You never see them napping. You don't see them taking a shit. You don't see them doing any of that stuff. I mean,
why is that?
Can you imagine? Yeah, if you're sitting there saving the world and you're just at it for hours and hours and hours, eventually you got to pee. So what do? You pee yourself? You must.
So why do you?
Unless you're rocking the cocksock.
Why do you?
The cocksock.
No, it's not to pee in.
It's not a diaper.
You don't understand. It's not what it's for, Ron. Why are you insisting that that's what it's for? You're like, so if you get this, you're immediately going to piss in it if you have to go. You're like, well, I'm good to go. I got the cocksock.
Well, let's say you don't have to go, but, or you have to go, but you're holding it. You're still going to get a little bit of a dribble, as you said. So,
No. I don't get a dribble when I'm holding it. If you're getting a dribble when you're holding it,
you need to see a doctor.
You need to see a doctor. You need to see a urologist. I mean, even if I have to go really badly, I'm not peeing myself. There's no urine that's escaping.
It's coming out around the edge.
All right, I was trying to do a product placement for you on this, Beaveman. You're right.
I don't think that you're getting me. First of all, I don't think that you're appealing to the correct demographic. There's already a product out there. There's already a product out there for people who, continuously lose urine or pee when they're not trying to pee. That's a totally different product. This is the cocksock that's trying to, not only does it catch a little bit of that, that one or two drops at the end that no matter how much you shake it, no matter whatever you do, you end up with some of it. That's what this is for. It's not for urinary incontinence.
Yeah, I feel like that's a demographic that you don't want to take on, and you'd have much more success marketing it as an undergarment than a absorbent situation. So, yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, Beaveman, random question. Why do you think they don't show superheroes doing the everyday thing in movies?
Wouldn't you think it would be better if they did, though?
It would humanize them.
I mean, honestly, and that's why they don't do it, because they're superheroes. You don't want them to. You don't want them to say, "Hey, I got to go hit the can. I gotta go shit. I gotta go piss."
TV in general and all whatever didn't have anybody eating or going to the bathroom forever. Like, that's a recent thing, Yeah,
in all the years of Star Wars movies, Star Wars cartoons, Star Wars comic books, it took The Mandalorian was probably the first time anybody ever mentioned going to the bathroom. And that was in the first episode of The Mandalorian. And the guy had to evacuate his thorax.
Yeah. So I don't think lots of TV or movies or anything put that in there because they wanted to be like politically correct or something. Or
politically correct. It's just they don't want to show.
They don't think about it. Yeah.
No, they just don't want to show it. That's not what people. They assume that's not what people want to see, and that's not part of what. It's not going to be written into anything.
Yeah, it's not part of the plot line.
No. It has nothing to do with anything, even though it really does. If you want to have some real, but if that's what those shows are for anyway. That's what movies are for, TVs are for, just to suspend disbelief anyway. You're supposed to be entering a fantasy realm, so to speak. I just think it would be funny if I had all the great superpowers in the world, I'd still be sleepy. It wouldn't make any difference. Doesn't matter how many superpowers I have.
So that would be your like any other dwarves you'd be named after? Would you be like, I don't know, would I be Grumpy? I don't know.
I was taking it down the 7 dwarfs. Did you say dwarves or doors? Because it sounds like you said doors.
I said whatever you wanted me to say.
See,
I know you're coming after me, so
I know. I am.
Dwarves thing. What was the dwarves thing about? I was
sleepy, dopey, Doc. 7 dwarfs. He was trying to be funny.
Oh,
like Snow White. 7 dwarfs. Whatever. Sleepy, because you said sleepy.
I did.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I have to have an interpreter for Ron's comedy. But I'm not going to stifle it. Notice how I'm not interrupting him. I'm not going to stifle your comedy.
I appreciate that.
There will be no stifling of your comedy, Rons.
I really do. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, Tremonti, if you had a superpower
right now.
What's that?
You had your Barry White voice on, Rons.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. No, see, then he tries it and he makes it all cringy.
He's like, does that make you hot?
I don't make... you're the only people that ever get cringed by my voice. You're like, hey. And actually, I compliment. Someone said I had a great voice for radio. Someone said I had a great voice for radio. And
was it your Happy Sock? Hey, Ron, you got a great voice for radio. Thanks, Happy Sock.
No, it wasn't my Happy Sock.
Yeah, your sock is really sad. Stop feeding me, using me all the time. Just can't catch a break. How about throwing me in the washing machine? I can basically stand up on my own right now.
Oh, that's wrong. So, how did you know about my Happy Sock?
Oh boy! See, cringy.
Well, he's the one mentioning it. I'm just going with it. So,
does all men have a Happy Sock?
No.
Well, apparently you don't. Like that. Or do you? Do you have a Happy Sock, Tremonti?
I have a Happy
No, see, the Happy Sock. Happy Sock is not necessary.
I have a Ron's question. Hey,
yes.
Tremonti. No, it's me being Ron's to Tremonti.
Right.
Hey, Tremonti.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that unless you set it up right. Nope, you can't do it unless you set it up right. You can't do it unless you set the intro.
Question.
No, it's not how it's done.
Do you want to say the intro? Do you want to do the intro?
Speaking of which, Tremonti, what did you think of your new sound clip that the boy made for you? Is that closer? You got to give us some feedback.
I haven't gotten it.
I sent it to you.
A new one? I haven't gotten a new one from you.
Yeah, I sent you a new one. Well, we can roll it out now. We could try it. Okay, and now it's time now it's that time in the show when ignorant people ask Tremonti questions. It's time for Sexual Chocolate, our own personal pudding pop, Tremonti's Pride Fireside Chat. Actually, this one's mine. This is pretty dope.
Yeah. And now the Beaveman will ask the question. Kind of reminds me of that.
Sorry, that one's mine. Technical difficulties. Where's Tremonti's? That was pretty dope.
Are you saying you want to be like Sexual
Tremonti
Chocolate?
might like that one.
No, that one's mine.
Tremonti? Do you like that one, Tremonti? Do you want it?
Well, I'm thinking the Beaveman wants to be like Tremonti. Got a funky little vibe. It kind of reminds me of like, now, all you cool cats and cool chicks out there, the Tremonti will answer your question. Call in 1-800 I don't give a shit and let him answer it personally to you. Caller from Topeka, what's your question?
Ron's is in his own little world. It's okay. So I have a question that I was going to ask from the Ron's point of view to Tremonti about the Happy Sock. So
And we're out of time.
Tremonti, shut the fuck up, Ron's. Tremonti, this question is from Ron's. Do you and your significant other since you're gay, share a happy sock, or do you both have your own happy sock?
Wow. I don't think I would have ever asked that.
It's not your.
All right.
What did you say, Ron's?
No.
I'm going to answer for you.
I'm not going to answer.
Good, because you're not supposed to be answering.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to answer.
Yeah, that's not something that you really should share.
No? Good. Yeah, I was just wondering because I don't know these things because I'm Ron's.
Yes.
So as the Swan, do you know these things?
Yes. Why would they share? That's silly. Would you share?
Well, I don't think I have a happy sock.
What she's doing is she's asking a question that's stupid as you, because historically the questions you ask are what we would consider common sense and are not actually questions that need to be asked. But that's okay because you're the one asking them. Ron,
Yes.
do you have any questions for Tremonde?
So when you initially start dating, what's the attraction?
When you're on Mars and you start dating.
What's the attraction to?
Tremonde's just lost there. He's just dumbfounded with Ron's
I know the answer to this, but I'm going to hold my answer till the end.
Like what's my attraction to like the person I'm dating, or what was my attraction like to? Kind of the same as others, like parents' personality.
Don't lie.
How you enjoy them. Kind of like your basic things.
Like a normal human.
Like a normal human. Whatever humans are attracted, whatever is attracted to another human.
What were you going to say, Beaveman?
Oh, they just got to get him an appetizer. That's it.
An appetizer from Applebee's.
You're in. You get him an appetizer. You don't ask him to pay half. Yeah, you're in. You're in. That's all you gotta do. So let me ask this question, Ron. Why would it be any different than, say, your answer?
Wait, so let's ask Ron's then. What attracted you when you started dating Little Potter Donut? I mean, because that's your only dating experience that you've ever had. So
no, there was somebody in Canada.
His one girlfriend
you don't know her.
in Canada.
I know her. He met her in camp.
Her blue eyes, her smile, everything about her.
So why would Tremonde's be any different than yours?
Well, it's ask Tremonde a question, and I didn't know. So I asked him a question.
It's not ask Tremonde a personal question. It's ask Tremonde a gay question, an ignorant question.
And that's an ignorant question because I don't know.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if it was the same concept that, as a straight person would have.
Okay, well, you
succeeded the foot. Yes, he didn't let us down.
You succeeded in making it a dumb question.
There you go.
Mission accomplished. I
was trying to let it go. You guys kept on trying to hammer it out, and I'm like, okay, let's see how far I can take it until you realize it's just a stupid concept question.
No, it's okay because that's what we want you to do.
Okay.
As long as you
be you, Rons. Be you.
I was going to say, as long as that's not actually what you're thinking in your head, but it's even better that way if that's what you're actually really thinking.
See, I should keep a pen and paper with me, because I do have questions throughout the entire week that I'll think of, and I'm like, oh, that's a great Tremonde question. It really is. And I'm like,
did you just say that's a great Tremonde crush that you have?
Question.
He did.
I said question.
I'm not sure if I can pull that audio.
Crush. He said it's a great Tremonde crush. Yes.
So
I think you have this thing called a cell phone, Ron. I'm pretty sure it has a notes app. So
yeah, but I'm not allowed to have my phone on the floor.
But you can keep your handy little pen and paper then?
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna get you a cute little pocket-sized notebook, like I got the baby swan, and a cute little pocket-sized pencil, and then you have no excuses.
I feel like that pencil is going to be behind his ear. And every time he pulls out of his ear, he's going to lick the tip, and then he's going to write.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
He can keep probably licked a lot of tips in your day, haven't you?
No.
Not yet. He wants
you
to,
want
though.
to?
No.
Just a little.
Just a tip.
It's not
Just a
gay if
tip.
it's just the tip.
There you go.
No. There you go. Okay. Thanks for confirming it,
It's
Ron.
just frauding with friends.
Yeah, boys will be boys, girls will be girls. What do you think about this idea? I was talking about this with the Swan. I think we really should do this. Do you guys like the Dr. Seuss book, Green Eggs and Ham?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I used to read it to the boy all the time. Green Eggs and Ham. Love Green Eggs and Ham. Do you think that we could write a Green Eggs and Ham story with just straight up terminology that most people don't know?
I have no doubt. Yeah.
No, what did I write? Here it is. Let's see. Oh man, I can't find it.
You used to pretty much have Green Eggs and Ham memorized. You could read it without even looking at the pages of the book. That was funny. So, yeah.
Do you want to fraught? I do not want to fraught. That's what I wrote.
Okay.
I do not like Green Eggs and Ham.
I do not like fraudsy.
Yeah, we could probably do it.
Would you fraught in a box?
Yeah. Would you fraught in my socks?
You guys are horrible. So I heard at one point, like Dr. Seuss, like he did like pornography as well. I think like in the form of like comics, or they had like an exhibit.
I think that they had some of his stuff in like Playboy. I think is what happened. I don't know.
Yeah,
they more adult oriented than pornography. I think.
Yeah, more of that. You're right. They had an exhibit like in Chicago at one of the museums, and then they have like this secret back room, like they do at the movie rental place, and I was just like, Dr. Seuss.
Mad props to you.
Yeah.
Well, we all need money at different times in our life.
And what was Dr. Seuss's real name?
Who knows? I don't remember.
Theodore Geisel.
What?
Theodore Geisel.
Yeah, I'm going with Dr. Seuss. Well, I think we could do it. I dropped that as a challenge. All right, so some administrative stuff before we wrap up here for our listening audience. When we launch our new program with our sponsors, we got all the commercials and everything written up. We're going to do that. We're going to have some contests, and the Swan's in charge of that. And we are also planning on doing a live stream for our 110th episode. So we got to get that all planned. Everybody's going to get that all figured out. Ron's is going to figure out his lighting. Maybe he'll figure out his lighting and realize that the green screen has to cover an entire section, and you can't have like jean jackets and all kinds of other stuff on the green screen because it doesn't work.
Oh, well. What do I know?
So we'll get that all planned out, and it's going to be good. I'm pretty excited about it. We got some products to try out so we can give our own little
testimonials
reviews. I don't know how I'm going to do any testimonial on mine because I'm clearly not going to get to use it unless I use it on myself.
Yeah, see?
With a happy sock.
With your fleshlight.
I don't use that.
Yeah.
Well, the way you talk about your activities with the Swan, I figure you take care of matters on your own.
Look at now, he's like imagining yourself. Oh boy.
So that I don't know how to express any type of there's no words really for me to say when you say that you're imagining me taking care of myself. Because that's just not right, Rons. If you're imagining me, I mean, think about how you said that and what we might think when you say that.
Yeah.
You basically
it's just
said
the normal
you
cringy Ron
me.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
You're imagining me.
Right now, I'm imagining you. Keep talking.
I mean, that is what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. It's getting creepy. It's getting creepy.
All right, that's it for me.
No one needs to hear that. Oh, poor little powder donut. That's what it really sounds like. Poor little powder donut.
Sounds like the Beaveman just can't keep up. Hi-oh.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh
boy.
boy.
Over there.
Well,
If I could blush, I would.
you can blush. Are you saying you can't blush? That's racist, Tremonde.
It
I know.
doesn't show up
Of all
the
the-
same.
Yes, it does. It still shows up.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same as what? What do you mean by that?
As you white people.
The same as what?
Oh,
What do you mean?
I didn't
It's
say
not
it.
the same.
I know you didn't say it. So, Swan, what do you mean?
I can say it. I'm a white people.
You're a white people.
You're a
I'm
white
people. I'm a them.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
a
say.
them. I want to be a we, though. I do. Tremonde, I do. I want to
Mm.
be a we. You know, like a they or a them. Why can't I be a we?
Mm.
Or a
You
he
can
or a
be.
she? Can I be a we? The baby swan said I can't be a we.
What does Baby Swan know?
I don't know, but
She
she said
don't know.
I can't be a we. I'm like, I want to be a we. Like, we are going to the store. If they can be a they and a them, I want to be a we.
Well, if you have multiple personalities, I guess you could be a we.
No, I don't have multiple personalities. I just want to be a we. If everybody can be a he, a she, or a they, or a them, or a whatever, I want to be a we.
That's
Right?
yeah. I
think
guess
it's
you can.
fair.
You can identify as that.
As a we.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Sure.
Okay.
Why not? All right. Well, that's it for me, the Beaveman, saying thoughts and prayers go out to you, people of Ukraine, and honestly to the people of Russia also, because there should be no loss of life. This is all stupid. And
Yeah, and the people actually losing their lives is not even part of the big problem. Like, I mean, it's the
Right.
big problem, but they're not the people making those decisions. So you just feel sorry for them.
no, if you
Like,
want to
it's
duke it
awful.
out, I feel like the president of Ukraine could take Putin. So maybe they should just do some one-on-one combat. There you go.
Yeah, a duel. Yeah.
44-year-old against a 70-year-old. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can take him. He's got to be ruthless, though. He can't be like pulling no punches.
Yeah.
Because, Putin
He's got to
knows
fight
all that.
dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Because Putin's going to fight dirty. You know what I'm saying? He was in the KGB. He knows what's up. Anyway, he just needs to kick him in the ding ding. He
Anyways.
just needs to punch him in the dick.
Yeah, that would solve lots of things.
It does. Punch him right in
Good
the
dick
dick.
punch.
All right. Well, that's it for me. The Beatman's saying adios.
Oh,
motherfuckers.
way to go, Tremonde.
I was
Bye
pushing it.
from the swan.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and
Deuces.
from the Rons, be safe out there. Hey.
I mean, what would people be doing? What?
Reckless. Run with
They're
scissors.
just
Run with
doing
scissors.
things that, like they just need to be told to be safe out there because they're not being safe, and so you have to warn them.
Well, yeah. I mean,
okay.
my advice is gold. They should take
Okay.
it.
All right then.